That dude's box, welcome as well. Skutchana Donut says, morning Sebastian, could you please react to this video? I think you'll find it helpful.
I'm going to share with you a technique.
I don't know, this... Yeah, this... You already got me, dude. You piqued my interest. Everyone shut up. I'm trying to watch this.
What you can do to stop reacting to your circumstances. So let's talk about that.
Okay, that was...
Amanda here from CreateYourFuture.co. So guess what? It's just me and you guys. Yes, we are going to talk today about how you can stop reacting. So I have a technique that you can do to stop yourself from reacting. So just before we dive into it, if you guys want to ask me questions, definitely join the Patreon group. I will answer your questions during the YouTube lives. As well as if you are looking for coaching, the coaches are available to help you. Link in the description below. We are still having a sale. Every coach is having a little bit of a different sale, but all the rates are still discounted. Okay, so let's dive right into it. How not to react. Okay, so I'm going to share an example with you guys, and I've talked about this in a few other videos, but I'm going to share it again because it's a really, really good example. So in my life, I created that, when I first, kind of created Andrew out of the air, I created that he would help me with my business. Okay. So I created and I intended that, Andrew would help me with my business.
The freeze frame in the title was just funny. I'm not watching this fucking video, dude. Hi Forsen, I'm from Vietnam and I'm currently learning English. Your stream has helped me a lot with my listening skills. It is my first time. Donation. Please watch this video. It helps with language learning.
A is for
Americans want to bomb me.
Alright. 1.5 million views, I'm gonna go.
A is for
Americans want to bomb me.
B is for
Bananas. Mbogoya. Bananas.
C is for
Confusion of the highest order.
D is for
Doesn't that make you gay?
E is for
Excretory system.
Eating the poop all over the place. Huh?
F is for
Fisting.
G is for
Orogonoria.
H is for
For everyone. He, no, it's a she.
I is for
Like ice cream. The intestine.
J is for
Cucumbers.
K is for
Carrots. Because it's a carrot.
L is for
Lesbian?
M is for moon.
Morning, Mr. Should I call you Mr.?
N is for
The natural obligations?
O is for
Other person's rectum.
P is for
Pasta.
Poo-pooing.
Q is for
Cucumber.
R is for
Rehabilitation center. Those whose rectums have been ruptured.
Can we use more sober language? People
S is for
Sodomate defender.
T is for
transgender.
Hello, Forsen.
U.
I noticed your title says games and shit. However, in the past few weeks, the only thing I have been seeing was shit and no games. Explain.
812, 812, 812, 812, 812, 812, 812, 812.
Well, at the beginning of every stream, I flip a coin. Heads for shit, tails for games. And unfortunately, I've been quite unlucky recently. But today, I got games.
Is for
Urinary tract areas.
V is for
this video is fucking terrible. Yes. The original interview is just way better. Why the fuck am I watching this shit then? It's absolutely fucking terrible. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick look at what this fucking set is. But they have not been interesting to me.
Hey people, Seth here. Today, I'll be reviewing the Elder... Hey people, Seth here. Have you ever dug too deep and found something they don't want you to know? Sandy Loam, who is she and why can't I reach her? Have you ever fallen out with someone and restored your friendship using quantum entanglement to retroactively rewrite history and save them from a car crash that never actually happened? Have you ever wanted to skip a lifetime of formal education just by cooking a banana? And finally, have you ever had a fungal infection on your arm that, despite your best efforts, won't go away? No problem. Just cut it off. Then stab a syringe filled with anabolic growth hormones right into your chest and
eat chicken, dodge charger, dollar scratchers, chicken, Titisha, KFC manager, eat chicken, saggy pants, stuffed cheese, collate, welfare, KFC and watermelon, deadbeat dad, try hard 7.
grow a new one. As you well know, mushrooms are a great source of protein. I just hope you're not picky about the origin of that protein. Everything said could be described as the raving of a paranoid schizophrenic, but it isn't. It's an everyday occurrence in the caves of Quud, which I'm not sure how to say, so we'll just use the acronym instead. COC is like the negligent supervisor to a kindergarten daycare. When the kids ask him if they can collectively mutilate themselves in the sandbox, he doesn't say, "No, don't do that." He says, "Give it a try. See what happens." Caves of Quud is an open-ended sandbox roguelike which is still in development. Despite this, it's entirely playable and extremely fun. Fun, which I define as I spent half a day with my screen looking like this, and I had to kill a man for his tattoo gun so I could drink the ink, pull the cord on a flashbang, and explode it into my open eyes. Why? Because in this game, that's how you cure monochromia. If pain and suffering are the extra edge to your enjoyment, you're gonna have a great time. If you're asking yourself right now, Seth, what the fuck am I looking at? It might not be your cup of tea, but I don't drink tea because they tampered my water supply, and ever since I started drinking from a public tap, I've been getting more and more of these androgynous body pillows. Let's be real here. Caves of Quud, Caves of Quud, cock, is not the prettiest of games. This is probably the only game you could get caught playing in the office and have your boss look at the screen and think, "Damn, my man's Excel spreadsheet looks fucked up." It's not a very visual game, even though there are some nice visuals here and there. You're gonna have to use imagination, and if you can't, take my word for it that this random collection of pixels is actually a small farming community. So, what's the story of Quud? I don't know. There used to be an advanced transhumanist civilization living on Quud, but they're not around anymore. Instead, we got mutated everything, from humans to trees, from pigs to chimpanzees. Everything thinks, feels, and the plants talk behind your back. Welcome to Quud. It's a complete madhouse, but hey, it's very colorful. To play this stupid game, you need to make a character, for which you've got two options, mutant or truekin. What's the difference? Mutants are genetic freaks, and they randomly mutate their genome as they level up, which includes, but not limited to, multiple heads, multiple feet, multiple hands, 2 hearts, paralyzing stingers, regrowing limbs, the ability to fly, the ability to induce a brain aneurysm, spontaneous combustion, teleportation, phasing through solid objects, and even infinite nutrition from the sun, because your skin is made of chlorophyll. So, what's the downside? You're a horrific abomination, and if you encounter a certain holy inquisition of turbo-augmented race purists, they'll kill you on sight. Conversely, true to the name, truekin are humans that haven't mutated. They don't get mutations, they get cybernetic augmentations. These don't come cheap. You first need to obtain an implant, whether by chance or by cutting the electronics out of a dead Templar. Then, you need to find an autonomous upgrade terminal, which, upon detecting that you are indeed a pure-blooded human, refers to you as aristocrat, and allows you to install as many implants as you want, provided your body has space, and provided you did not forget to upgrade your cybernetic software license. Because, even if a world is over, we cannot forget the importance of arbitrary, bureaucratic administration. And by God, you're going to follow strict HR protocol to get your transhumanist upgrades. Every registered cybernetic in your body runs a license cost. The total capital cannot exceed the license, which you have to upgrade using cybernetic credits. These are exceptionally rare, and there's no easy way of finding them. And rightly so, because cybernetics are absolutely ridiculous. Tired of your tiny, feminine hands? Giant hands. Afraid of dying? Onboard, intravenous, AI-controlled injectors designed to pump you full of life-saving chemicals depending on the situation instantaneously. Do you want to fabricate narcotics in the middle of combat? We can install fingers on top of your fingers. And if you ever change your mind, you can swap them out for something else. However, amputating your legs to replace them with a set of motorized tank treads is, unfortunately, an irreversible process. Personally, I recommend you play a mutant when starting out. There's not really any bad choices in character creation, but realistically, don't get too attached to your first dozen. Once you're more confident, you can play Truekin instead, and abuse the system so hard, you'll forget the original purpose of this game. Attributes are simple, combat is even simpler, which is convenient because fighting is the main way to level up. You're going to be doing a lot of fighting, and death is an ever-present reality, especially at lower levels. If I'm going to be very honest with you, most of you will reach Red Rock for one of the early quests, and get stoned to death by a pack of bloodthirsty baboons. My advice, get a gun. There's a lot of dangers out there, but bullets don't discriminate. They only penetrate. This game is all about risk management, and there's no telling what you're going to encounter, because nearly everything is randomly generated and unique to your save file. The settlements, the cultures, the lore, the layouts of dungeons and dwellings across the world, and even the pharmacological treatment for different types of disease
random
are
seed
built
speedrun
completely
game
out of RNG. Amazingly, it actually works most of the time. The only things that stay the same are the location of unique settlements, the topography of the map, and of course, the main quest line. Caves of Qud is quite unique in this regard, since most roguelikes don't have an overarching story. It's currently unfinished, so consider it entirely optional if you're looking to follow an objective and possibly, probably, most likely, die in a process. If it makes you feel any better, most players get to Golgotha, and then they quit. In my case, I got to Golgotha, came back, and then I realized that wasn't the hard part. What did he mean by this? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to experience that for yourself. I'm not joking when I say this game has one of the steepest difficulty curves, and one fatal mistake could end your entire playthrough. Or, you know, just hit Alt F4 and never tell anyone. Let me tell you about mechanics. Firstly, overlay UI. Turn it on. I have no idea why it's not the default, but it's virtually unplayable without it. There's a lot of interesting monster designs in this game. Interesting in their design to creatively reduce your life expectancy. Most common cause of death, a brick wall, because for some reason, mimics are level 25 and still generate where they shouldn't. That's good programming. Just like choosing Unity to be the basis of your sandbox roguelike. How about Rusty Sawblade that dismembers on every hit? I hope you have an extra head, because otherwise, it's game over. On the bright side, equipping your severed face as a homemade facial accessory is both fashionable and attractive. Do you like bananas? How about being peeled like a banana? Because for about half the banana trees in this game, the fruit comes to them. This may surprise newer players, as pressing Auto Explore in the Banana Grove is a guaranteed single-click shortcut to being disemboweled. Have you ever wondered about the struggle of living with dyslexia? If so, encounter a psychic master and his slaves, and you won't have to wonder anymore. And why not say, fuck it, let's add a giant magnet to the game? Because stripping you of your dignity is no longer enough. We're going to forcibly strip you of your items as well. And considering most people have auto pickup turned on by default, watch as your character is forced into an infinite dance of losing items, picking them up, only to lose them again until you starve to death or smash escape fast enough to turn it off. You know the Great Pyramids of Egypt? Imagine they could fly. Now, imagine you fused it with a Sherman.
I'm not watching this. 26 minutes, dude. What the fuck? No, I'm good, dude. Bowman,